effective than any other philosophy. There is always the chance to put themselves or their selves in the shoes of the characters. The students will understand or how the concept works or what the concept is. I am more on a student-centered teaching learning. I always wanted to bring out their skills. There must be progression wherein the students will discover their own potential or their potential. What they know must be shared. What they have must also be shared. No philosophy is better or more effective than any other philosophy. There is always the chance to put themselves or their selves in the shoes of the characters. The students will understand or how the concept works or what the concept is. I am more on a student-centered teaching learning. I always wanted to bring out their skills. There must be progression wherein the students will discover their own potential or their potential. What they know must be shared. What they have must also be shared.
Hello, good afternoon, ma'am. What a pleasant day indeed. Today, our group will be interviewing one of the master teacher of President Gustavo Macapagal Memorial National High School and asked her to share with us her ideas regarding the topic of philosophy in teaching and leading the school, teachers and parents, personal impression, opinion and suggestions about K-12 basic education curriculum, and tips for the pre-service teachers. In line with this, the group prepared questions relevant to the topic in this interview, which we think can be helpful to every student and inspiring pre-service teachers as they gear up for their future career and profession. Before anything else, let me introduce our guest at this special moment. She is Donchita B. Aguinaldo, born in August 28, 1967 from Papandayang, Pinamalayan Oriental, Mindoro. Her current school is at President Gustavo Macapagal Memorial National High School. She went in Abada College in the field of Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English. I humbly welcome you, ma'am, instead of my group mates, and we are very pleased to have you today despite your hectic schedule, knowing what we are all facing today. Thank you very much for accommodating us. Now po, let us proceed to the first topic, which is all about your philosophy in teaching and leading the school. As an aspiring educator, we would like to ask you po, as one of the master teacher in the school, generally, what are the usual approach or teaching schemes may teacher do for a better teaching and dissemination of information?
Okay, good day. So approaches depend on the student's teacher is not good. It also depends on the subject matter or the area of concern or specialization. With regards to the practice I'm using, when repeated practice is one, others are inquiry-based, learning, game-based, and then experiential approaches. Inductive method is also used, where several instructions are presented first to illustrate steps. And the students will understand how the concept works or what the concept is. Another one is interactive in teaching grammar and literature, where puzzle, for this one word, wordles or word riddles, rebus, are some of the common games I have used in teaching where students enjoy and interact at the same time.
It is so interactive kind of strategy po, ma'am,
Yes.
for that. So, may we ask if you did that way po? Same as what you are talking about po dun sa mga strategies po? Or did you have your own established techniques po of teaching? Can you share that to us, ma'am?
So yung experiential-based approach, especially in teaching literature, that I think more effective than any other approaches. Yun ay sa akin, in here, teachers act as facilitator of learning. It gives students a chance to relate the lesson to their own experiences or to real-life situations. there is always the chance to put themselves or their selves in the shoes of the characters. So, sino yung character, pwedeng ilagay nila yung sarili nila doon. So that is experiential, real life situation.
So, napakaganda pong strategy, teaching approach po yun, ma'am, ano? So, we would like to know din po kung as someone how is literate and has fair share of experience in teaching, what kind of philosophy are you applying in teaching students? Are you a typical teachers that guide your student and let them free to explore and investigate the lessons that you are teaching? Or you are applying your ability and capability in teaching who give correct and sufficient information for them to digest instantly?
Okay. So it's about philosophy, ano?
Yes po.
I think no philosophy is better or more effective than any other philosophy. Walang effective na philosophy. It depends upon the student. Because they are all effective. And what I mean is, all philosophies are effective depending on the student. Okay? So, if you become a teacher, 5 years, or 4 years, or 5 years from now, learn to play with your students.
Yes po.
Go out with them. Yes. Talk with them. Be friends. After the class hour, but explain to them that yung respect, dapat din nandun pa rin. Hindi mawawala yung respect. The relationship of a student and a teacher, at a teacher, student. Okay?
So, napakaganda pong opportunity po yun para ma-reach po yung goal niya. So, acknowledging your answer, ma'am, it does the student reach their teaching goals for them and unleash their full potential po. Ma-reach po ba yung full potential nila kapag po yun ay in-apply niyo?
Yes, of course. I am not a subject-centered kasi I am more on student-centered teaching learning. I always wanted to bring out their skills or the skills of the student and the knowledge, and then to voice out what they have in their mind and let them discover what they have, what they know about the subject matter than feeding them the lesson. There must be progression wherein the students will discover their own potential or their full potential. With learner-centered kasi, with the learner-centered approach, the learners will know how to construct their plans or their own plan. There is a time for them to make creative performances, to share real life experiences, and evaluate their own learning and understanding of the lesson. So, madidiscover pa din yung full potential nila,
Next is, what are the philosophies and method do you think is more efficient and effective when it comes to teaching? Can you give us any ideas or tips on how to properly do that?
So, as I have said a while ago, there is no better philosophy, There is no effective philosophy. It depends upon the student.
Yes.
So, depende yun sa student. Best philosophy for one student is not best for the other. Nag-gets mo?
Yes po. Yes po. Para po siyang generally po. So, without further ado, we will go to the next topic, parents and teachers. We all know that both parents and teachers have a great percentage of contribution in nurturing the child and students and equipping them of the best learning experience. So in a situation where parents fail to give their child the best aid of encouragement and learning because of some sort of personal problem and issue they were facing, do you think teachers have the right to take their responsibilities? If yes, can teachers accomplish the task without the help of parents?
Okay. So, your home is where you first learn different things with your family, with your mother, with your father, of course with the other members of the family, right?
Yes po.
So, your school where you learn with your second parent. Kami yon, your teacher.
Yes.
Kayo yon in the future. Being a teacher, I am always is that my students are loved. Minsan nga, sabi ng mga anak ko, mas mahal ko pa yata yung eskwela ko kaysa kanila. That's it. So I made them feel that I can be a mother to them. I listen to their problems. I gave them advice at the same time, and I make them learn. That's one of our roles as a teacher. Then taking the responsibility of the parents, I think, just giving myself to them is that they don't have their parents with them. Pag wala yung parents nila, I take charge. Pero, the responsibility, hindi ko kaya yun. The responsibility of the parents, hindi kaya ni teacher. Pero pwedeng tumulong.
Napakaganda po nun. So, paano kapag po yung situation po na reverse? Because as we all know that there are some parents who take possessive of their child, that they refuse some teaching strategy po that the teachers made for student. What is your stand with this, and do you have any possible solution for this situation, ma'am?
Okay. Kasi si mother, sabi ni mother, ang tamang spell, for example,
Yes.
The English term for maganda is beautiful. And then, sabi naman ng teacher, the English term for maganda is pretty. Sabi ng bata, mas maniniwala siya kay teacher, hindi kay mother. And I experienced it with my kids. Mas naniniwala sila doon sa teacher nila kaysa sa akin, although I am also a teacher. So kasi, students, we should know the family background of the students.
Yes,
in this case. That is very important. We have to trace. We should trace. We should know who the parents are. We should let the parents teach their child or their children the way they know in their own way. That's at home. Yun ay sa bahay. Sila yung bida sa bahay, si mama,
Yes po.
si mami, But in school, being a teacher, we should teach them based on the principles.
So, thank you for your fruitful answer, ma'am. So, as a second parents to your students, how can you give them an environment where they can feel safe as if they're at home, knowing the fact that there is a lot of pressure and competition in studying?
Okay. So, one of the roles of a teacher is to give the learners a home.
Yes po.
Diba? A home in school. A room where they could freely share their views with their friends, with their classmates, with their teachers. A space in a classroom where they could have the lifelong learning, or learning what life is, learning what has happened, and learning for the future. So yun. And then usually, with my less than 50 students, or with my advisory class, I see to it that they stay in 10 months in my classroom or in the classroom as brothers and sisters. Sabi ko nga sa kanila, Ops, bawal ang ligawan. Ops, bawal ang contest. You are here kasi they are in the classroom. They are in the same room, not for a competition, but to learn. What they know must be shared. What they have must also be shared.
So, here's our last question po, ma'am, for this topic, but certainly not at the least. Do you have any message to some parents who are not committed enough or doesn't have any time to check or conduct a better future of their children due to the busy schedule or any issues they are facing? And any additional message for those parents who support their children's full potential in study?
Okay. So, I am proud to the parents who always support their children in all ways, in all means, by all means. The children must be proud of them. And then for those who do the tough time of the job, their work, because they are a working mother or working father. So, sorry for them, pero they are doing that not for the alone, not for the parents alone, but for them, for the children also. So I could say that they should have spent time with the kids. Many have longed for love. They find it school, ano. Marami mga eskwela naghahanap ng love, ng parents, love ng family, the care of the family. And experience ko yan sa matagal ko ng pagtuturo, ano. And they find it in school. Doon nila nakikita sa school. So, with the peers, with their classmates. Kaya yung parents must stay connected to their children. Kaya nakaka-proud talaga yung simpleng meeting, a 10-minute meeting sa school, pumupunta ang parents. At as teacher, we have to encourage them to come to school. Hindi, pag may problema lang si anak ha, hindi yung, nambakap ang iyong anak pumunta sa school, hindi dapat ganon. We have to encourage the parents to come to school for yung report, positive report, yung positive attitude,
Yes,
kanilang anak.
Tunay nga po na napakalaki ng contribution ng magulang para sa ikakaunlad nga po ng anak ng mga estudyante. So, proceeding to our next topic po, it's all about established K-12 basic education program. First of all, even it's very late po, can you tell us your impression when you heard about this new plan in nurturing our beloved students?
So, at first, I thought it will be an additional burden to parents because I have 5 kids. Sabi ko noon, naku, burden ito. Naku, 4 ang anak kong pasok dito, sabi ko noon. So, I don't agree with the K-12 then. But since I am in the umbrella, nasa payong kasi ako noong DepEd or ng Department of Education, I tried to get the positive side of the program until I attended seminars, trainings, conferences, and then I get aware of this program. And then I slowly understand how it could help a learner, especially those who could not afford to continue their studies. And that's yung opportunity nila to be hired in a company. You know, the competition in our world today, no? Napakahirap ng competition, lalo na pagdating sa trabaho. If you don't have the skill, or if you are not high school graduate or even a college graduate, there is no chance for you to be hired in a company. You will never be get a good salary. Okay? So now, with the K-12, if you are a senior high school graduate, you have the skills already, and chances are opportunities are possible.
So, Ma'am, I get your point po, na talagang napakadaming opportunity at mas madadevelop pa po yung kaalaman ng isang estudyante. So, upon knowing the program will be implemented in sooner time, what are your preparation to make an implementation of K-12 seamless as possible? And while you are preparing some modules and visual of K-12 curriculum, did you encounter any challenges or difficulty in the middle of it?
Okay. So, first, I attended seminars and trainings regarding the K-12 program.
Yes.
Before its implementation, a series of trainings have been provided to all teachers, especially to the public school teachers. So, lucky we are because we have understood the goals and objectives of the department. With regards to the challenges, there are a lot of adjustments that we need. Sobrang daming adjustment. No? Especially with the lessons, new texts in English. We use the new texts, new materials, and then new strategies, of course.
So let us look in the result of the implementation. Do you think that the K-12 basic education curriculum really helped the students to become more skilled, ready to face or tackle all challenges which they will encounter in the upcoming year and take advantage for the opportunity of 21st century?
Okay. Yes, of course. They will become more skillful.
Yes po.
Their skills have been developed. That is developed in the grade 11 and grade 12. Lahat yun, especially yung mga life skills,
Yes.
drive skills, yung kasi meron na sila, and then it is developed in the senior high school.
So that's very informative answer, ma'am. I am sure that everyone who can hear that will be enlightened. So to wrap up our interview, we have our last request to make with you. And we hope you wouldn't mind it, ma'am. Can we request a short and inspirational message to us and for those new, current, and aspiring pre-service teachers? And do you have any tips that you can share to us knowing the situation we are facing today which make it harder for the student to step up ourselves or themselves?
So, simple lang. Konti lang. As a future educator, always be flexible. Be like a rubber band.
Yes.
Okay? Be like a rubber band. And then, dedicate yourself to work and love what you are doing kasi being successful. And then, in this time of COVID-19 pandemic or in the new normal education, what we need is patience, perseverance, and understanding. Katulad sa amin ngayon, mga teachers,
Yes po.
kailangan natin maging matiyaga, no? Pag-check ng papel, pag-print materials, and then kailangan din namin maging maunawain. We have to understand. We have to understand the feelings of the other people kasi sinasabi nila na si teacher walang ginagawa.
Kaya,
Although, hindi na yata kami natutulog dahil sa dami ng gawa. So, being, as a future educator, dapat meron din kayo nun, be patient, have the perseverance, and then the understanding of the Department of Education's program. And then lastly, always have a heart, a big heart, your learners in the future. Always put your head in the heart, in your heart. Yung ating isip, ilagay natin sa ating puso. Kung kaya naman ay ang ating isip at ang ating puso laging pagsasanay. Kasi kapag hindi man magiging maganda ang output natin sa ating bata. And we will be remembered by our students by the heart that we give to them.
yes po. So thank you so much, ma'am, for it was very heartwarming at the same time very inspiring message. Once again, we, our group mates, were very thankful for joining us today, enlightening us and sharing to us your knowledge, wisdom, and opinion about our topics. It's our pleasure to have an interview with you, ma'am. We're hoping that this pandemic will end soon for much better and learning experience. Stay healthy and stay together with your family. God bless po, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, God bless.
Mother's Day po ulit.
See you in the next 5 years.
Yes po.
Okay.